Slavery, defined by Cambridge Dictionary as the condition of being legally owned by someone else, or the system in which some people are owned by others, represents a very significant part of our history because of the impact that it had on people or still has nowadays. It all began centuries ago as a result of commerce, specifically of a trade and exchange of products like salt, cotton, and black people. Everything starts when Spanish and Portuguese settlers bring slaves from Africa to America in 1501. Massachusetts was the first state in all USA to legalize slavery in 1641, and 21 years later, it had agreed that slavery was hereditary, which depended on the condition of the mother.
I remember being a child while slavery remains in the United States. My life was difficult. I lived situations that I don't know wish to anyone else. My family had to pick cotton from our owner's crops. Between my father and I, we had to collect about 80 pounds each and my mother 70. However, my mother also had to serve in the course of our employer's house, and although my father will hide it from me, I know that my master took advantage of her sexuality. Most of my father's friends had a lot of back injuries. My father had to explain me that if we don't complete the task that entrust us, we were destined to be punished. Many of my relatives, friends, and acquaintances had to suffer from lashes, shackles, hanging, beatings, burns, mutilation marks, and also imprisonment. The punishment was applied more frequently in response to disobedience or severe infractions, but sometimes an abuse was carried out to reaffirm the mastery of my master.
A lot of movements in favor and against appeared due to slavery in society. One of the most important sectors of pro-slavery were some of the Christian people, who will take Bible passages to justify their actions. There are anti-abolition slaveholders essays that argue what would happen if black people were free. For example, unemployment and spreading around the country and chaos. One of their main arguments was the fact that slavery had been existing throughout history and was the natural state of mankind. On the other hand, a lot of anti-slavery arise in order to defend black people's rights. There is an essay called To a Southern Slaveholder, written by Theodore Parker, part of the movement of abolitionism that surged in the United States in order to end slavery in the nation. The abolitionism was a social movement created to end slavery, racial discrimination, and segregation. It started around the 80s in religion and politics. Soon this organization will support women's rights.
Lots of people were slaves during years, until it became restricted in the country in 1808. However, it took 50 years to finally stop it, considering that all those years slavery continued happening illegally, under the radar. The abolition of slavery started as something partial, just in a few states in the North. It was until 1863 when Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which established that the Union Army had to liberate all the slaves from the countries involved in the Civil War and also from the southern states. Around 3 million slaves were then, thenceforward, forever free. Since then, Civil War became the new birth of freedom instead of a war of secession, and all of it represented a big step for humanity.